Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is another empties video, and I've decided to just film 2 empty videos a year. That way I can accumulate a ton of products and then just kind of talk about them all at once in little snippets. But yeah, so today I have a mix of like body, skincare, a little bit of hair care, and a little bit of makeup to go through. So let's get into it. So I'll go ahead and start with makeup since I don't have a lot of empties for that. So I finished off this like small sample of the Milk Makeup Hydra Grip Primer, which I know like a lot of people rave about. I'm not a big primer person and I liked it. I liked it because it was like a tacky like gel formula, but there wasn't really a scent, and if there was a scent, it was kind of, I don't want to say like chemical, but it just felt very like, I don't know, okay, maybe it was a little bit chemical scent. I don't know. I didn't love the scent, and scent for me is kind of a big deal, which I know is a little silly. But just because I think the full size is like $34, I would definitely not repurchase it just because, you know, I don't prioritize primers in my makeup collection. And then I have this is the Maybelline Falsies Push Up in Waterproof, always waterproof. This is my second tube. I bought one, I want to say last year or a couple years ago, but I really like it. The brush is really nice. It's definitely more of a lengthening versus a volumizing mascara. Come on. There we go. You can see like it's very thin. So it's a very unique brush, and it's also really good for your lower lashes. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase. I just love mascara so much that I always tend to buy like a newer one and kind of jump between different brands. Speaking of different brands, I just finished this one up. This is the L'Oreal Bambi Eye, also in waterproof. This is like your kind of generic silicone, regular like brush. I kind of expected it to be a little bit more volumizing, but it's really just more lengthening, which is fine. But I did notice that it kind of smudges like when you apply it like to the root of your lashes, so I don't think I would repurchase this. I think it was nice to try, but I think there are just better mascaras out there. And then my last makeup empty is the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel in Soft Black, which I have had since January, so you know, it's about 6 months. So I do think with brow gels and just anything that's really like getting close to your eye and exposed to the air like that, you do need to toss them. So like with my mascaras, I'm pretty strict about the 3 to 4 months, and then I'll toss it and get a new one. But yeah, this one's good for the price. So it's only like $7 I think at Ulta. I think I got mine at like $4 on ColourPop's website. I really like it, but it is a little wet at first, so I'm kind of glad that I used it as it was drying out a little more. So I would definitely wipe off the excess and then use it. But for an affordable brow gel, it's not bad. Alright, so I only have a couple of hair care products, but let's talk about those. So I've been holding on to this for so long. It's the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray that costs like $50 I think for the full size, but I got this little travel size in an old Bless box that I was subscribed to a couple years ago. But it smells so lovely. It really does work. So maybe when I get back to working and I can afford to splurge a little bit on things that I don't need really every day, I would definitely get that. I have tried the Kristin S Texturizing Spray, which I like. I just don't like the fragrance as much as the Orbe one. But yeah, so that's that. And then, I know it's not quite empty, but I just didn't want to wait till like December when it would definitely be empty, but I really love this. This is the Gisou Honey Infused Hair Oil, and this is the travel size one, which I got in December, so it's been lasting me a long time. It's really expensive. This one's like $46, but then you have to pay $10 for shipping, so it's really expensive for a hair oil. I do think it's worth it if you can afford it because it's really lightweight. The scent is so fantastic. It's hard to describe it, but it's really just like the perfect mix of floral and just makes me think of supper time. The scent doesn't last as long as I would like it to last, and I know that Gisou makes a hair perfume, which is one of those items that you really don't need, but I kind of really want, so maybe that'll be like a little mini Christmas gift to myself. I don't know, I'm still on the fence, but I definitely really like it, and I definitely will repurchase it in the future. Alright, so I have a ton of like body and skincare stuff, so this section will be a little bit longer to go through, but just bear with me. So let's do a body product. This is the Glossier Body Hero, and I really used this to the last drop. I got this for Christmas from one of my friends, and I really loved it. What I don't love is the squeezy tube. it gets kind of, you know, slick after you're applying it to your body and then like trying to squeeze out more product and stuff like that. But it's really good. The scent is so nice. It's sort of, I'm trying to think of it. It's like, it's subtle and it stays, you know, a little bit and everything, but it's not like, wow, I'm drowning in fragrance. So I think even if you're sensitive to fragrances, I think you'll be fine with this because I think it's a very neutral one. And there's not like a ton of shimmer. Like you apply it and then like you just look, I don't know. Shimmer's like the wrong word. You just like kind of glisten. That's a good word. And it's definitely more like a thicker body cream, but it's really nice. And if it came in a pump, I would probably be more likely to repurchase it. Yeah, I think it is a good one. So if you've been wanting to try it, definitely try it. Okay, I have a couple of razors. I don't actually have the razor blades, but it's so hard to try to find a good razor, I feel like, and I have been using men's razors, men's 5-blade razors to be exact, for a while now. And so I got this one from, I want to say it's Goodfellow. It's one of Target's like store brands, but the blades are really terrible, so I would not recommend that. They're just, it's like, even though they're a 5-blade, they don't give you like a close enough shave, and I don't know if it's like the razors are too dull or anything, but yeah, I don't know. Just would not recommend it. I think there are definitely better ones. And this one is a Venus one. I kind of just went to Venus because I used to use Venus a long time ago, like Venus and Gillette, the women's ones. But what I really can't stand for their like razors is they always have those moisturizing strips, and I feel like that makes the razors like kind of go bad in a quicker amount of time. So I really just tend to not use them. So I don't really know what to do with these. I think that there's a way to recycle them. I'll have to look into it though, because really they're kind of useless to me unless you buy the specific razors that go with them. Alright, now we can get into like more of the skincare. So I finally finished up this little guy. This is the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream, which I think I got from like a Sephora points redemption. It's a very basic moisturizer. I think it's fine. It's really nice. It does have, it has dimethicone in it, kind of like midway down through the ingredients list, and I tend to stay away from that just for my own personal skin because I feel like it's just too pore clogging. But if you just need something that's super gentle and gets the job done, like this is it. But I wouldn't pay full price because I think the full price is like $20 or $34, and just for a super basic moisturizer, I don't think it's worth it. Next, I have the Kate Somerville. This is the Exfolikate Gentle formula, and I actually got this at Marshall's for $8. You know, usually her exfoliates are super expensive, and I've used like a small version of her original exfolikate, which is like in the orange print, and that one's so much better than this one. I just feel like the Gentle one just didn't do enough. And I have kind of like sensitive, like combination skin, but I definitely think my skin is a little bit more durable enough where I don't necessarily need a sensitive scrub. So yeah, $8. I probably wouldn't repurchase this one. I am trying, like, I like to try different products all the time, so I am using a different like exfoliator for now, but you know, when I can afford the regular exfolikate, that's just the one that I think is the best. You actually see results with that one, so the Gentle one, just pass on that one. Another cleanser, this is I got from my Sephora, like the birthday gift or whatever. It's the Best No. 9 Jelly Cleanser by Drunk Elephant, and it says that it's supposed to like dissolve your makeup and stuff, and I'd say it does, you know, like a subpar job. It gets the basic makeup off, but it's definitely not going to get your hardcore like waterproof mascara and things like that off. I thought it was fine. I kind of liked the little twist lid, so I used it when I was like traveling over the holidays, which was really convenient. But it has a really, it says it's cantaloupe, but it definitely just smells like soap. So yeah, I don't like the fragrance. I also think it kind of dried my skin out a little bit just because it is such like a gel foam formula. So I wouldn't. I don't know. For me, like cleansers is not something I'm going to splurge on just because you use it so often, so you're going to use it up and need to repurchase it more often. So yeah, I would pass on that one. Now a cleanser that I do love is the Biossance Squalane and Antioxidant Cleansing Oil. I used to not double cleanse, but since I've been wearing like SPF way more consistently in the past couple years, I've realized the importance of double cleansing. So this is actually, I've already repurchased this one, but it's really lovely. I love how it smells. I love Biossance just as a brand in general. And I love it because it comes with it's like this little plastic clip thing, but that way when you're traveling with it, the pump won't accidentally like spill product everywhere. So yeah, I really like it. This is like, I think $30, but Biossance usually has a sale every so often, so I would just wait for a sale to pop up, and then you can buy it discounted, or you can buy it in a set and save some money. But highly recommend. It lasts me, that one actually lasted me like 7 or 8 months. I think my one I'm using now will probably last me like 6 or 7 months, just because I am using it more often, but it's so gentle. It removes all traces of makeup, including waterproof. And for the most part, it doesn't sting my eyes. Like, I can, you know, put the cleanser on, rub my eyes, and then I can open them and it won't burn. It's just, it'll burn slightly, I guess, if I somehow get it in my eye. It's really weird, but I wouldn't say that it's irritating unless you accidentally like get it like in your eye, if that makes sense. Okay, so the highly talked about Naturium. It's funny because I actually bought this not necessarily based on Susan's recommendation, because I know she did mention this like in an older video, but I bought this kind of just because everyone talks about vitamin C as like this ingredient. You know, vitamin C and retinol are actually scientifically like proven ingredients to like help your skin and things like that. So I've been trying to incorporate a vitamin C into my routine all the time. Truthfully, I don't know that I notice a ton of difference when I use a vitamin C, but maybe I'm just not, I don't know, maybe my skin is so used to vitamin C, like maybe without it would be more dull. I don't know. This one I think I got on Amazon for 20 bucks. It's not bad. It really does last just at 1 month mark, and I used it morning and night. It's really nice. It doesn't smell weird, because I know a lot of vitamin C's can smell like bacon. But yeah, this one was fine. I love the packaging. It comes in a glass jar and like the dropper and everything. So I don't know. I probably won't repurchase this one again, just because I've already purchased a new vitamin C serum, which I'm waiting on that to arrive. And I don't know, I just feel like for me, there are other serums that I could try and invest my money in. So I might just give vitamin C a break after this, after I use up this next product that I'm getting from Hyperskin. But yeah, if you're interested, I think it's a fine one. I like that it doesn't smell funky, so. And then, so my last 4 products, they're all by Dr. Loretta, because I was so lucky to win a giveaway that she hosted with Los Angeles, my favorite podcast, which I have talked about them before. Kirby and Sarah are the best, and I've just learned so much by following them and listening to Los Angeles this past like year and a half. So yeah, so Dr. Loretta, I had like a full Zoom consultation with her, which was so exciting and so amazing. And she sent me like a whole regimen of her products. And so I finished most of them. I'm just working on the cleanser right now. So yeah. I will start with her Urban Antioxidant Sunscreen. So this is a chemical SPF, and it's SPF 40. It's really nice. It does have like a slight pink tint to it. I really like the scent. It doesn't smell like sunscreen. It's just kind of like a very basic but like a nice pleasant scent. It does take a little minute to like you just have to like work it into your skin, and then like the little pink tint goes away. And I think they say that you could use it as just like a tint, but it doesn't really provide any coverage, at least for me. So most days I would just like, when I'm not like going out, I usually just put on sunscreen, even if I'm just kind of hanging around the house. So yeah, it's $50. So right now I'm not going to repurchase it. I am still on the hunt for like the perfect SPF, which I know with so many brands out there that's really hard to find, but I think that if you can afford it, I think it's worth it. I think it's a very good SPF, but right now I'm just not going to repurchase it just because I don't have the extra funds to do that. Next we have her Tightening Eye Gel, and I'm definitely someone who's just not even a big fan of eye creams to begin with. Because, let's be honest, under eye bags are they are based in genetics and your like healthy habits, so like drinking enough water, getting enough sleep, things like that. So I've used like a couple of eye creams products on and off, but mainly if I've just been like gifted them or something like that, because I'm not trying to go out of my way to spend my own money on them. I just don't see, for me, the benefit in them. Maybe my mind will change in the future, but for now, it's okay. And my under eye bags don't really bother me that much, and if they do, I can just put on some concealer and call it a day. This is very expensive. I thought it was really nice and hydrating. I love the gel formula, and it does last like a pretty long time too. But I don't know, it's just really hard for me to say the effectiveness of eye creams. So yeah, I'm not going to repurchase that. Then we have her Intense Replenishing Serum with her lipochromin ingredient, which is like her famous ingredient. There we go. This is definitely a luxurious product, but it's so good. And it's funny because when she gave me my regimen, it didn't include a moisturizer. So this is what I used as my moisturizer. And it's just like a very nice, heavier oil serum, but it's so nice. I don't know. My skin felt so good using it. It's definitely also more expensive, so that's why I haven't repurchased it. There's no fragrance, which is fine for me. Like a product like that, you know, you don't really need, I don't know. I feel like you don't have to have fragrance. You know, I just like a good fragrance, a good smelling product. But yeah, if there was one product by her that I would highly recommend, it would definitely be the Intense Replenishing Serum. It's so good. I will probably repurchase like down the line, because I don't think I've ever used like a serum that works as a moisturizer 2-in-1 like that before. So love that. Then the last thing I have is the Anti-Aging Repair Serum with 3% vitamin C. This was fine. I don't know that I noticed anything like super like different with my skin. I think using her products in general definitely helped the overall texture of my skin. But as far as like my pores being clogged and things like that, that kind of remained the same. I still have a tiny bit of redness on my cheeks, I think that's just how my skin is. I wouldn't say it's rosacea per se. I don't really know. It doesn't really bother me too much now. But yeah, I think that one's also a pretty expensive serum, and I think you could use like a different anti-aging serum. I don't know. For me, I guess it's hard for me to say like, oh, you should buy this or you shouldn't buy this when it comes to anti-aging, because, you know, I'm 26. I only really use retinol for like my main like anti-aging thing. Maybe it's because I'm not that afraid of aging. Obviously you can see like some smile lines are coming in, and when I smile, like a little bit of crow's feet, but I think that's okay. And, you know, having lines in my eyebrow, that's not a problem. So I don't know, you know, take it as you will. I don't necessarily think that expensive ingredients mean that they're the most effective, but just look at the ingredient list on different items and then kind of decide for yourself on what you think. But yeah. Alright everyone, so that was all of my empties for the past 6 months. I know there was a lot, but it's just easier for me to kind of collect them and then go in all at once and talk about them. But yeah, I hope you found something that you want to try, or if you've already tried something, let me know in the comments. I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts on how the product worked for you. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!